We know and believe that entry was gained through shooting through one of the doors, is how they actually got into the school.
But as today's shooting in Nashville, Tennessee demonstrates, there is more work to be done. The fact that this is a daily occurrence in America is unconscionable.
In Washington, this latest school mass shooting reverberating to the Senate floor. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin.
We need to pass more reform to keep guns out of dangerous hands and to keep our children safe.
What's going on, everyone? Stocks again here today. We have a sad news to report is that the Nashville Christian School shooter, I don't know if I want to name her or not, but for the context of this video, I kind of wanted to give my thoughts of it as a parent, of a 2-year-old son. This is something that hits very close to home for me. And they already trying to say, hey, look, this is a reason why we should have more gun control.
Nope.
Right? When they ignore all the previous school shootings where there were policies like gun-free zones. What else? In Chicago, that's where like a lot of, they shoot, like gun deaths was rampant in Chicago, and they have the strictest gun laws, right? Because this is Illinois we're talking about.
Bruh.
This man is sitting here saying, I forgot the guy's name, Dick something, I forgot his name. He was saying, hey, we need to do more work. We need to confiscate more guns. We need to do this. I'm like, hey, look, bro, criminals don't follow the law. From what I heard in this, and here's the article right here, from what I'm seeing, when I was looking around researching, how is your gun policy supposed to stop this? And this is my problem with a lot of these gun control advocates. They want to keep giving the same old solution, because end of the day, gun control is not about solving or keeping people safe. Gun control laws is all about taking the guns away from the people. That's it. That's the primary goal of gun control. And they're politicizing this tragedy to push in this narrative that, hey, you should do our solution, when we've been doing your solution for the past 50 years and it seems to only be getting worse. And here's a clip from Candace Owens. I believe it's more, I think it's more at the root causes of all this mass shooting than gun controls, because at the end of the day, guns don't sprout feet and shoot themselves. But I digress. Let's get into this clip with Candace Owens, and I'll give my thoughts with the article after. Take a look.
He wrote, "The question is why this culture is producing so many people who want to carry out attacks like this. Take the guns and you'll still have a country infested with homicidal sociopaths. Where are they coming from? What is creating them? These are questions that we should be asking. What is creating homicidal sociopaths?" I answered him and I said, I would start with the fact that we now celebrate clinical insanity while we admonish normalcy. People are aspiring to mental illness because they receive attention and oftentimes are awarded for their perversities. We can start with basic bitch proverbs like, quote unquote, it's okay to not be okay. Proverbs like these have become aspirational and have mutated into a mentality where individuals aspire to be, quote unquote, not okay. It's, quote unquote, stunning and brave to publicly discuss your various mental illnesses. People become addicted to the feedback and aspire to more mental illness.
I agree. This like, I couldn't have said it better myself. I honestly believe is the fact that we're trying to encourage mental disorder, mental health, whatever that may be, right? Because it's one thing to say that, hey, if you have mental health, get help, seek help, go out and do steps to address it and to cope with it. It's another to glorify people because they have mental health issues, right? And just like she said in the clip, Candace always talking about how the DMA5, I think I said it wrong. I'm sorry, guys, but they talked about how gender dysphoria used to be a mental disorder. Now they updated it and say it's not a mental disorder anymore. But gun control people and people who are pro 2A, like I am, we can both agree that mentally unstable people should not own guns, right?
Bruh.
Or they should be viewed with a sense of caution. But they won't admit to you that gender dysphoria is a mental disorder, right? And the transgenderism thing is like a core component of this, because authorities later on confirmed that the school shooter, the Nashville Christian School shooter, was identifying herself as he, him.
Bruh.
Right, and I want to get into the article because the Daily Wire, this is why I use the Daily Wire mostly. They're in Nashville. So a lot of the stuff they have, they got actual, it's close proximity to where they're at. So they probably have a little bit more information than other news outlets that are talking from the outside looking in, right? So I don't want to bore you guys with this article because obviously you guys know the intro already covered how the person got into the building. Around the Covenant School building shows the shooter arriving on campus and driving around a building before entering the school by shooting through the glass, which is the intro officer already covered. Here's a video. I'll leave a link to this article in the description below so you guys can watch it yourselves, because I'm not sure how YouTube is feeling these things lately. I think I saw Tim Pool's video get taken down, but Candace Owens' videos is still up, and I believe who else Black Conservative Perspective also has a video up. I'll leave those links in the description below if you guys want to check it out and to get full context. But here is just my opinion on this. All right. So the shooter identified as a man in recent months entering the school with 3 guns around 10:30 a.m. All right. And I think most people already know what happened. If not, you can check out the article for yourself. But I kind of want to get into this. So now the legacy media is scrambling to recover as they try to say, oh, this person was misidentified. And I'm like, who cares about this stuff? Like, this is what legacy media worry about now. Legacy media, instead of calling the story and asking the questions they always ask other school shooters, other instances of school shooting, how was this person radicalized? Was he white ring and all that? Like with the Buffalo shooter. They put it all out there, but now it's a story that doesn't look favorable to their side, and now all of a sudden they want to worry about like unimportant things like misidentifying. The person is dead already. It doesn't matter. And this is my problem with transgenderism. I starting to think it's of some form of narcissism, because this is how I think. As long as I believe that I am something, I don't need outside validation to confirm my beliefs about myself. But these people, they seem to want the world to conform to their worldview and see them as they think they are. I think, therefore I am, only applies to you as an individual, subjectively. Your self-perception of yourself is what should only matter. You shouldn't need to get external validation. But these people are looking for validation at the end of the day. But I don't understand this, like the charade that legacy media is doing. And then this is a insert from one of their friends, because apparently Daily Wire had information where they talked to former classmates of the Nashville school shooter, and they said, oh, this person didn't seem like the type to do it. And I'm starting to think, yo, was she radicalized at college, or like what's going on? Because apparently she was Christian throughout her whole upbringing. And this information I got from Candace Owens, because apparently Candace Owens did some digging before the FBI came in and scrubbed all her social media. Right. And this is one thing I do agree with Candace Owens on, is the fact that it seems like every school shooter has a manifesto all of a sudden. Bruh. Right. And she theorized that it could be a way for the FBI to cover up, like, I guess, politically inconvenient happenings or whatever, because we already know this person identified as transgender. Now they're coming up with other theories and stuff, and I don't want to get into that. I can't confirm or deny that stuff, so I don't even bother worrying about that stuff. But last point, I know this video, it's been all over the place, but I'm just trying to piece together some information as quickly as I can, because I value you guys your time, and I do appreciate you guys watching the video. So, transgender activists call for the day of vengeance before Nashville shooting. Now, apparently there was supposed to be a protest on Friday and Saturday of this week when this stuff was supposed to happen. Now, I don't know if it was linked or anything, but the day of vengeance, I don't hear nothing in the legacy media talking about how this could be seen as a politicized attack. I don't know, a hate crime. I think it's a hate crime, honestly. You're targeting a Christian school. She was from a Christian school, then became a transgender person, and she went to college apparently. So a liberal arts college at that. So you don't think she became radicalized and learned to hate where she came from? She's like, I can't believe I grew up Christian. I can't believe I grew up like this. Let me go enact revenge. Because I know Nashville passed a law banning transgenderism, transgender care, so-called care. But at the end of the day, gender reassignment surgery has shown no proof of actually helping those with gender dysphoria cope with their condition. The suicide ideation seems to increase after they get the surgery, not decrease. So these procedures are not helping. And because your side, the people who are pro gender reaffirming surgery, can't prove without a shadow of a doubt that this actually helps transgender people, other than it makes them feel better about themselves. Just like the mask. The mask don't do anything to prevent COVID. But people like to wear it because surveys say that it makes them feel protected. And this is where we've gone wrong in our culture. Bruh. We care about feelings too much.
It doesn't matter how it makes you feel.
Like, the point is like, oh, this surgery is supposed to make me feel better. It's not about what you feel. It's about what is. Does this actually help you? Does this actually help you cope with your condition? Instead of telling people, hey, you got to fess up and accept the fact that you can't be a woman. You're a man. The society is saying, nope, no, spare her feelings, play along. And then when they do all the surgery, when they do all the things, and then they realize, hey, I can't give birth to kids. Hey, I can never breastfeed. Hey, I will never actually be a woman. And they already did all this mess, mutilating themselves, because that's mutilation. They end up taking their own life because reality makes itself known what you really are. And no matter how much you think you can bend reality to your whim, you can't, because at the end of the day, you're not God. Bruh. And it's this self-centeredness that we're teaching in our culture. And I don't know what's going on, because 50 years ago, Americans had more access to guns, and there was less mass shootings. We have more mass shootings in modern era than we ever did in the past. And the only thing I can paint this to is a change of culture, a change of values. What we value as a country is what changed. We tell kids nowadays that, oh, if you work too hard, you could fall into depression. Bruh. You get anxiety if we put any too much expectation on our kids, and our kids become brittle and weak. Look at it in social media. People can't even take the fact that you disagree with them on a topic now. I don't know. I think there's something to it, that this is driven mainly by mental illness, mental disorders, and we don't think. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to find the root cause of a problem, not the symptoms. Because you decide to use a gun as your weapon of choice doesn't mean that you're less liable for what happened. And this is my problem with the gun control people. They focus on the tools instead of focusing on the person. Because at the end of the day, the person drives all the actions. The gun's an inanimate object. Most gun uses are used in self-defense. In the millions. Homicides are in the 10,000s. So if you're trying to make the argument that guns are only used to kill people, you better come up with more facts, because that don't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
2 million. They counted 2 million 2 million events. The guns were used in self-defense. That means that's a good thing. If I told you, hey, this person used the gun to protect herself, you've been like, okay, 50,000 or so guns are used for homicide. And a lot of the statistics that the gun control people push, they eliminate the self-defense. They only focus on, okay, deaths by the gun. Number one is suicide, and the second is homicide. Which are, in effect, I don't think you could stop that, really. Those are mental, not the criminals. Criminals choose to do something wrong, and then mental health is number one, which is the suicidation. And if you ban all guns, then people will just kill themselves with knives. Who knows? They'll find different means to meet their ends. And that's the argument I'm trying to make. Y'all want to be like UK. UK got mass stabbings. Now they're talking about banning all knives so to prevent mass stabbings. Bruh. Like you guys are not. That's what I'm talking about. These laws about gun control, knife control, whatever. You're not addressing the core root of the problem. You're only addressing the symptoms. But hey, I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd really be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Your thoughts on this topic. Prayers out to Tennessee. I hope the families of the lost loved ones can find peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.